Japan all day, every day. Got that key, keep it unlocked. So I'm out here with my lovely, trusted, loyal companion. This guy. What's up, Jack? You can say hi? Sit. Sit. That's his beautiful face right there. I just wanted to make a video in response to the dude called the Mexican Samurai. Yeah. My ears are a bit plugged. Just got back from a bit of travel, and I'm here at the school. This is the elementary school. And the Mexican Samurai, the reason why I'm making the video is because the Mexican Samurai is talking about what it's like being a Chicano in Japan. And there's a couple other dudes out here that are Chicano as well. You know, I'm straight from Southern California, now living in Japan. You know, got a family and everything kind of built. And I just wanted to make a video in response to this, you know, and talk about some of the things, you know, the pros and cons, I guess you could say. You know, I think we should start off with cons so we can get them right out the way, you know. Cons, obvious, you know, for me at least, is lack of diversity in foods. That's a huge thing, you know, like not being able to get a bottle of Tapatio without specially ordering it from overseas or some online shop and getting, you know, raked with the prices. But outside of that, hey, get over here. Come here. Come here. Sit down. But outside of that, you know, I guess there is a pretty good selection of different types of food you can get. Like, you can get yourself, you know, semi-authentic Mexican food out here. At least what they call Mexican flavors. This, you can tell I'm doing Japanese because this is like, no. You just do this kind of like, you know, culturally, you know, being a Chicano and being of Latin descent, a little bit warmer, like, what's up, you know, we're a little more high-spirited, I guess you could say. You know, the Japanese people are a bit more, like, you know, systematic, you know, in their approach to everyday life, you know, and that's something that I guess I could say I've never really been into. I guess he's found something there. What'd you find? What is it? Oh, you just somebody will pee there, now you're gonna pee there. Marking his territory. You know, I got a few minutes while I wait for my set. Hey, get your ass out of there. Hey, come here. Come here, sit down, dude. Relax. But, you know, let's see what else is there. Yeah, I think it's just really for me the culturally, you know, they're much more systematic, and you know, language barrier. Ooh, that's a big one. You know, language barrier is a difficult one. Like, if you only knew, oh, you know, big supporter of Plano jerky, Porterville, California. Yeah, man, if you ain't ever tried it, gotta go get it. The jerky is actually made by a third or fourth generation Japanese family. They were there before the World War II kicked off and stuff. And they got a really good story, man. You know, again, Plano jerky, Porterville, California. I would say, and in my opinion, some of the best jerky in the world. So give it a try. As I was saying though, like, you know, just they're much more systematic about their daily approach towards life, and for me, you know, I'm much more like, spontaneous and love going with the flow and kind of feeling the vibes around me and moving with the vibes, I would say. And that's not so much as what you see out here, Everything seems to be scheduled like right on time. Like this has to be done at this time, that has to be done at this time. That's this way. Hey, come here. Check. Get over here. So I'm trying to kick it in the school. He's excited to see Talmud right now. That's my son. Yeah, we named him. That's a big one. Being that's I would say one of the biggest ones. But I think it's becoming a little better nowadays. Having a kid that's mixed. Which is, it's not really spoken out loud, but it's there. They're like, oh, you're a half breed and stuff like that. You hear that a lot. Hambunko, which is our hambun, which is like half. There's kids are supposed to be pure. Hey, get over here, Jack, over here. Kids have to hey. Kids have to or not they have to, but Japanese are very homogenized. Everybody is Japanese, everybody looks the same. So when you got somebody who doesn't fit into that, people are right away kind of judgmental. Yeah, visually, one of the more judgmental countries I've been into, considering that it's so homogenized that when they see somebody that doesn't look the same right away, it's like, who are they, where are they from, kind of like this word ayashi, suspicious. Look at that fat guy. Oh, he's so adorable. He's so adorable. Oh my god, he's just adorable. How about it? Yeah. Whereas other countries where they have a big population of, other cultures and races, it seems like they're much more, tolerant or accepting or understanding and less judgmental because they've already seen it so much in their daily life. Whereas here, that's not the case. So yeah, let's go over that. Let's see, food, big one. I mean, I love sushi. Don't get it wrong. I eat that stuff all day long, but every once in a while, motherfucker really want to eat some tacos and burritos and shit. You know what I mean? Just really want to get down with some chili rellenos or some enchiladas or tamales. Not gonna happen out here unless you really have put your work in and due diligence. And me, I live in a very small. This is not a big city. As you can see, there's no skyscrapers in the background, so yeah. I live in this place called Tamamuramachi, which is northwest of Tokyo by 45 minutes, via Shinkansen. Local train, which stops at every single mini station, between here and Tokyo, which takes more 2 hours and some change, just because how many stops, whereas the Shinkansen only stops at the, I guess you would say the cities between here and Tokyo. Driving to Tokyo takes about an hour, you can get there a little bit less than an hour. So I like where I'm located because I can move around and get into the big city when I want to see the big city. But I grew up in a big city, so it's not something that I'm really keen on going back to. Been there, done that kind of deal. But yeah, as I was saying, food, due diligence, or travel, you're gonna have to put that time in to get that food, or specialty items, you know what I mean, culturally, and just meeting other. Now, given there is a huge following, and when I say following, I mean fanatical almost, to the sense, enthusiastic people like the homies out in Osaka, which I'm like, that's a bit of a distance. Osaka is like a big, you know, metropolis down a little more southern of Japan. They have a huge Chicano following there. I mean, like it's big, like it's a whole Chicano movement. Like I would say they're like Mexicanese, you know. Doing the damn thing, you know. From buying up all our lolos and, you know what I mean, bringing them over here, you know, like to like supporting, you know, Chicano rap artists, like the whole shebang of it. Jack, come on. So that kind of stuff, you know, is pretty cool, you know. But when you get into smaller towns like where I'm living at, you know, it just seems like there's not so much of that going on. So yeah, that's my big, I guess you say, peeve. But now that shit's out the way, you know, the cons of living in Japan and being a Chicano, let's go into the perks, you know, like, bam, like, I'm safe as shit, dog. Like, I can't express how safe I am. Like, literally, I could throw on a full-on, you know, gangster ass suit on, you know what I mean, like the full Pendleton buttoned up, which I am sporting today. That, I don't know if you can see that. Pendleton, yeah. You can put on Pendleton, keep a shaved head, you know what I mean, throw a rag out your back pocket, you know what I mean, and be getting down with that Vato Loco life with that baño on your head and all that, you know, you ain't gonna have no problems, man. People look at it as just a fashion. And funny that, you know, I speak of fashion because nowadays, over in the States, you know, every time I go back to Cali, that's exactly what it seems like, you know what I mean? Even though my brown ass can't wear that shit, you know what I mean? If I go down to LA and I put on a baño and, you know, full flannel and, you know, throw on some creased up Benz or something like that, you know what I mean? Or some 501s creased up, like, with some Cortezes, woo! I'm getting run by the police, like, all day, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, boop! Hey, get over here, hey, you know what I mean? That's all day. Over here, that ain't never gonna happen, you know, ever, you know? Safety, you know. The flip side of the food is I like eating really good and healthy, you know, not gonna clog your artery up, you know, you ain't gonna die of the shit. Food, like over here, man, we got, you know, noodles, like a whole slew of noodles, like just from oily grease-based noodles to, like, you know, noodles that are just super light and super healthy and fresh, full of veggies, you know, like stuff like that is pretty cool. The educational system, you know, as much as they're a robotic system and everybody has to learn kind of the same things, they do push the kids pretty well to actually get a real education. Kids are responsible for cleaning up their classroom, kids are responsible for cleaning up their school, kids are responsible for all that. Jack, come here. Come here. Here. Sit. Sit. Yeah, this is just, it's spring out here, and the wind, because we live in like kind of like a valley, I guess you say. So we're surrounded by mountains, man. And the big mountains are like over. See that? Back to the good sides of living in Japan, you know. I said it once, I said it twice, I said it three, you know, you probably hear me say it more and more and more. I'm not worried about getting shot, you know what I mean? I ain't worried about getting, you know, ran down by some pigs or nothing like that, or some cops, you know. So, things like that are awesome, you know. This town is small enough where, you know, woo, what's up with everybody? You can, you know, anytime you want, come out, you're gonna see some faces, you know, and especially me being, you know, 6'2", brown, you know what I mean? tatted up. Like, I'm pretty easy to spot out in the crowd. You know, just wonder what you guys' opinion on this kind of stuff is. You know, let's see what other good things are about here. Income's pretty nice. You know, people out here ain't afraid to pay for like. You know, don't get it wrong. You can still find yourself some cheap stuff out here, but you know, overall, you know what I mean. If you want to like eat decent food and, you know, live a decent life in middle class, like, not a problem. Like, this is it, you know what I mean? You know, they don't celebrate certain holidays, but they have their own holidays, and that's dope as it is, you know. You know, being in the States, it's all right, you know what I mean. There's pros and cons of that place. I was talking to another guy who lives out here, not in my area, but in Japan. You know, he's from another country too, and he, you know, we both like agree on the same kind of deal where we you know, he made some real, you know, touching comments on like, yo, you know, when you go live in another country and you actually put your time and experience it, you get to like enjoy yourself. And yeah, there's that homesickness, like you feel like, man, I miss my house, I miss my people, you know, I miss all this stuff. But in the same note, when you get back, you just find yourself like, man, you know, like there's certain parts about being in Japan that I really dig. Hey, stay. There's things that you really dig, you know. So it's one of the things, as long as I go home like once or twice a year, you know, I'm pretty good, you know. I don't really mind being out here. Even though sometimes it can be a bit of a bit of a headache, you know. But hey, that's life wherever you're gonna be at. Anyhow, I think my son's gonna be getting out pretty soon. I've been hailing you guys up for, you know, 17 minutes and a half now, so we're gonna, you know, get off this and say peace. Enjoy though. All right, till next time, man. Keep it on lock. Keep it subscribed. You know, hit me up. You got any questions, comments? You know, Cali Japan all day, every day. You know how it is. You got that key. Keep it on lock. Bang. Peace.